Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Lamborghini American Challenge. Ah yes, cars and whatnot. I've never really been a car guy, but one thing I do know is that the Lamborghini is quite the status symbol. The luxury cars have been around for decades, are incredibly stylish and sleek looking, and cost ridiculous amounts of money. They're the kind of thing I imagine is all over the Fast and Furious movies. So why not make a whole racing game based on Lamborghinis? Lamborghini American Challenge was released for several systems in 1994, most notably the Super Nintendo. It was a fairly nice looking, high-speed racing game. Nothing really special, but competent enough to have some fans. But can they capture the same sense of speed on the Game Boy? I mean, apparently they released a Commodore 64 version, so anything's possible. The developer and publisher of the game is Titus Interactive. You probably just felt a chill go down your spine and heard several crows cawing unnaturally outside. That's because Titus is the company that made one of the most infamously bad games ever, Superman 64. The thing is, Titus's in-house games were rather, problematic, mostly because a significant portion of their time was instead spent porting games to other systems. But thankfully we may have dodged a bullet, because from the sounds of things, Lamborghini American Challenge was one of their better games. I mean, it has to be, right? It's a driving game, it's not like we're flying through rings. What else would the cover be but a Lamborghini? Look how stylish, how sexy, how... wait, is everything on fire? Hang on, did the Lamborghini do that? That seems like not a great marketing strategy. So, how did this driving game fare on the handheld? Let's go for a nice leisurely drive with Lamborghini American Challenge. The trademarks Lamborghini and Diablo are owned by and used under license from Automobili Lamborghini, SPA, Italy. Thank you and good night. Lamborghini American Challenge. Wow, this music is very Game Boy. Oh! Ooh, mono or stereo. That's nice. Let's go with mono. It's more Game Boy-y that way. What is this sound effect? I'm pretty sure this is the sound effect when you punch someone in the Game Boy Batman game. Why is that part of the music? Whatever, let's go. Ooh, that looks pretty nice for Game Boy. Select driver, Cooper, Jenny, Joe. I mean, look at those sunglasses. And that shit, we gotta go with Cooper. Ooh, we have choices. A lot of them. Oh, how do I get over to... There we go. Drivers. Lobo? I want to play as Lobo. Who's Brett? Oh my god, there's a bunch of new people. Oh man, Clint has something on his head? I don't know what that is. Garage. Ooh, that's loud. Wow, that's really loud. No, let's leave this horrible place. Is that normal? Is that part of the game? Oh, that's even worse. Hang on, is this supposed to be in the game? Give me a sec. Okay, I just looked it up. That is an emulation error. Okay, not gonna hold the horrible tone against the game. What do you guys say we go to Florida? Said nobody ever. The fee is $3,000, the price is $7,500. There's no police. That's good. I'm gonna bet $2,000. Oh, let's race. It's just A to drive and B to cease driving. What are those numbers at the top? 97, 92, 272. Oh, it's like on the left is my position, in the middle is, I don't know, maybe the percent that I've completed the stage, and the right is my speed. Okay. Oh, good. It's one of these games where it's nothing but engine noise. It's controlling pretty well. Yeah, and it looks okay too. That was my one big fear going into the game is, okay, well, how is the Game Boy going to be able to handle the sense of speed from the original game? And the answer is pretty well. It's sort of the standard, you know, black and white lines moving across the side to give the sense of speed, but hey, when it works, it works. Get out of the way. If my predictions are correct, when I pass these two, that top left number will say 1. Okay. Get out of the way. Uh-oh. I just noticed my car is smoking. Is that bad? I think that's bad. This game is crying out for some music. Anything but just generic engine noise. Well, generic Game Boy engine noise. Goal! Yeah. A nice, easy to remember password. Has it gotten better? No, it's worse. Oh, so I could just earn money to upgrade my car. That's nice. So let's head to, here. Boston. Police certain. Uh-oh. So the background isn't really animated like it was on the SNES, but it still looks pretty nice. I mean, that's a very nice Game Boy cityscape. What is that? I hit select, and now there's a star in the sky. Okay, the last screen mentions something about turbo. Yep, and now my speed's... Okay, so select is turbo. The controls are extremely simple to figure out, which I appreciate. I talked about this during Moto... Uh-oh. That would be the police. No, officer, I'm only driving at 300 miles an hour. It's not me. Bye. Okay, as I was saying before, the police interrupted, and this noise is just here with us forever now. In the Motocross Madness review, I mentioned that there were all sorts of different racing games and driving games in general for the Game Boy. And this one is a little bit more of a pure racing game. And I like that. This actually is functioning a lot better than I would have thought it would. It's a little simple right now and a little easy, but it's looking like that ramps up as I find new courses and upgrade my car. You know, just all the stuff you want out of a basic racing game. Do these cones do anything? Oh man, I am so rich. Oh! I can afford super tires. Here. Memphis! I have a friend who lives in Memphis, and according to him, everyone just talks about Elvis all the time. That is, of course, a lie. People in Memphis hate talking about Elvis. Oh man, I'm almost out of money. Oh, there was a big entry fee for this one. Oh no, there wasn't. I just spent all my money on tires. The only thing I'm really missing from this game is some music during this area. During the gameplay, I should say. Like, just a little something instead of engine noises. And I guess that's, in a lot of ways, that's more of a personal preference. I know some people do like the noise of the engine when playing a racing game. And I'll also give it this. This is by far not the worst engine noise I've heard in a game. It's a little quieter than most. It's pretty simple. They have, you know, other sound effects that distract you. It's pretty fun. Nice little relaxing kind of racing game. The nice relaxing noise of the piercing scream of the police. You can actually see the blinking on the top of the police car. That's a lovely little detail. I'm gonna go ahead and give this game an extra point on the scoring system that I do not use. A fun game and no kryptonite fog in sight. Okay, I'm done making Superman 64 jokes. Getting a sense of speed on a retro game can be tough, but getting that sense of speed on the Game Boy is a whole new level of difficulty due to the limited hardware. That said, I was really quite impressed with how Lamborghini American Challenge played. Yes, the sense of speed was the typical retro style of making lines move quickly by you, but as I said, when it works, and it gave the game that all-important sense of speed. Adding in tight and simple controls that made it easy to pick up and play turned this into a pretty solid racing game mechanics-wise, the kind of game you can jump in and out of whenever you want just because it's so easy and fun. That style of game is all well and good, but I also really like the sense of progression and growth they added to the game. The way you wagered money on each race, adding a bit of strategy as to whether you go all in or play it conservatively, was a fun addition to the standard earn money through racing formula. And of course, spending that money to upgrade your car for harder races is a nice feature too. Sure, neither one is an amazing and groundbreaking feature, but they both work, and that's all you can really ask for. The only big complaint I have is that I wish there was music during the races, rather than just the engine noise. But again, that's probably more of a personal gripe than anything. So yes, Lamborghini American Challenge made the jump from SNES to Game Boy quite well. It's a solid racing game that maybe doesn't shake up the formula, but does enough well that it's worth playing. And hey, certainly better than flying through rings. Okay, I lied, I totally had more Superman 64 jokes. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm Brian J, and I'll see you next time.